Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your continued support. After waiting and waiting, William Ruto finally decided to break his silence, and there is a cabinet reshuffle that confirms that the handshake between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta was to yield some fruits because we have seen some of Uhuru men included in the cabinet. Another shocker is that the ODM has been disappointed and humiliated because they had said they wanted the Interior Cabinet Secretary. It is going to shock you that William Ruto has decided that he cannot allow such a very prestigious docket, a very sensitive docket, to go to another region. Very fast, I want us to go straight to the communication that was given by Hussein Mohammed, and I will go straight to the nominees that are now awaiting Parliament approval. Now, I will not go to all the English that was used to describe what William Ruto is doing, but I want to go to the names very fast. Ms. Margaret Nyambura Ndung has been nominated as High Commissioner Ghana. Honorable Babu Namwamba, Permanent Representative of Kenya to the United Nations Environmental Program UNEP, United Nations Office, Nairobi. Ambassador Dorothy Angote, High Commissioner Zimbabwe. Dr. Andrew Karanja, Ambassador Brazil. Now, let's go to the shocker itself. Honorable Salim Vuria, Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. And guess what? The person who was there before, Kipchumba Onesmus Murkomen, is the new Interior and National Administration CS nominee. He's the one replacing Kithure Kindiki. We have Honorable Nderitu Muridhi, Chairperson Board of Directors, Kenya Revenue Authority. I think that is one of the very close allies of Uhuru Kenyatta. Mutahi Kagwe, we have been waiting for this. Apparently was the one who was supposed to be given this interior docket. He has gone to the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development. That very ministry that is now rocked with a lot of controversy, the vaccination, the pending vaccination of our cows. So William Ruto has decided, straight from managing COVID a few years ago, now he wants to try and manage people. And I think this is a poison chalice. Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. Honorable William Kabogo, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and the Digital Economy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the communication that we were given. It is very paramount to note that after William Ruto made changes and they hosted the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, there was a vacant post, a very sensitive post, the Minister of Interior. Now, there has been a lot of lobbying and competing interests. I remember the ODM and especially the Luos were saying that we helped stabilize the government. And they were saying that by stabilizing the government, they helped cool down and ended the Gen Z's protest, something that has placed them at loggerheads with the Gen Zs. Because William Ruto was saying his life was in danger, someone wanted to topple his government. And who was that someone? None other than his former deputy. And the ODM were at the front line to remove Gachagua from office. And with those two, they were saying that they had stabilized the government and therefore they needed even more cabinet secretaries. And they wanted the interior docket. There was another school of thought that was arguing that President William Ruto should have nominated someone from Nyeri. In fact, the name of Mutahi Kagwe was featuring very prominently because he comes from Nyeri. He's got a wealth of experience and he's got a direct connection between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto. With this, William Ruto thought he would keep two things. One, it would show Mount Kenya that they had buried the hatchet between himself and Uhuru Kenyatta. Number two, Coming from Nyeri, where Rigathi Gachagua is coming from, William Ruto thought that he would use this to hoodwink Mount Kenya, especially from Nyeri, that he still loves them, he cares for them, that they still have their two positions. The deputy that they had has gone to Mount Kenya East, and now Mount Kenya West having the interior. It is like just swapping. But I remember vividly, Mutahi Kagwe told William Ruto that we are not fools, neither are we children, and therefore you cannot fool us. The only seat that we want from Nyeri is the seat of a presidency. And then the third opinion was saying that William Ruto should not this time round allow this docket to go to any other person, because this is so sensitive that he should return it. And two names were being mentioned, that of Kipchumba Murkomen and Chirchir. And I want you to note that after the Gen Zs went to the streets protesting against the Finance Bill 2024 and protesting against a corrupt cabinet, they had mentioned Kipchumba Onesmus because he was full of himself, showcasing his executive suits and the expensive watches that he used to wear. And Gen Zs was saying, there is no way life is so difficult. We hear about corruption, yet someone who's just a senator the other day is showcasing opulence. And he was one of the very people who Gen Zs wanted out of the cabinet. During the G2G oil deal, it was mentioned that Murkomen, Chirchir, and Oscar Sudi were part of that deal. So these are people who William Ruto cannot leave out. Now, William Ruto has shocked many by getting the third opinion. He has ignored the opinion of the ODM, who are arguing that they have stabilized the government and therefore they were demanding this seat. He has ignored the second opinion that was saying that he should give this to the Nyeri people. Of course, the Nyeri people have been given another docket. He has gone with the third opinion that advised him that you never leave the interior docket to any other person. This is going to spark a lot of rebellion and discussion, but William Ruto has said it. He owns parliament and they are going to approve these names. Now, there's one person who really, his reputation is going to be tarnished. If you look at Mutahi Kagwe, Mutahi has got a wealth of experience. Now, William Ruto is giving a very delicate seat, that of the agriculture, livestock and development, and there is a hot debate about chanjo, because William Ruto is now forcing Kenyans to subject their cows to vaccination. And I can only imagine how Mutahi Kagwe used to communicate about coronavirus, advising people. How is he going to start convincing Kenyans that this vaccine is not from Bill Gates, it is the best thing that can ever happen to them? It is going to be very difficult for him. And don't joke around with William Ruto. Every other person who used to talk about the government has been placed in a hot seat. Look at John Mbadi. The other day, John Mbadi was saying that William Ruto trusted him with that delicate, docket that he cannot afford to betray him. Look at the ministry. Look at the CS in the Ministry of Energy. He used to talk so much. Then he was placed in that to try and correct things, and he is realizing that things are very difficult. Now, Mutahi Kagwe. For Kipchumba Murkomen, William Ruto has showed you that this is his best man and there's nothing you can do. You can imagine from the cabinet, you can imagine how William Ruto dissolved the cabinet, brought him his name, and now with Rigathi going, he has been given this full docket. I have a feeling that this is succession kind of appointment. William Ruto is giving an indication to his allies, his supporters, that when I do my one term or my second term, then you should look no further. The person who is going to take the mantle after me is Kipchumba Murkomen. Remember, Senator Cherargei has always shouted that Murkomen is very corrupt. So you can imagine after the noise that is made, Murkomen is being elevated to the Interior Ministry. There is a lot of work ahead of us as a country. You can reject, but William Ruto approves. And he has decided it is Kipchumba Murkomen. We are going to wait and see how ODM is going to react. I don't know whether there was consultation before this happened, but that is the situation, the way it is. What is your thought, ladies and gentlemen, on what is happening? Kindly share with me your thoughts on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share.